In the middle of the night, when the world should have been sleeping, the Middle East was lit by fire. Missiles, explosions, sirens, and panic spread faster than the truth itself. And then came the rumor that stopped millions of people cold. Headlines claiming Benjamin Netanyahu was dead. Social media exploded. Some believed it, some celebrated. Others feared what would happen next. That is what makes this conflict so dangerous. It is not just a war of missiles, it is a war of information, fear, and timing. One rumor can shake the world. One strike can shift the balance. And one misunderstanding can drag entire regions into a chain reaction no one can fully control. Today, the world is asking a terrifying question. If Iran and Israel keep escalating, and if America keeps stepping deeper into the fire, what happens next? To understand the present, we have to go back. Before 1979, Iran and Israel were not always enemies. Under the Shah, Iran maintained quiet ties with Israel and the West, and the relationship only collapsed after the Iranian Revolution. In 1979, the Shah left the country, Khomeini took power, and Iran became an Islamic republic. From that moment, the old silence turned into open hostility. What followed was not a normal war. It was a shadow war. For years, Iran and Israel avoided direct battlefield confrontation, but they fought through covert operations, cyber attacks, assassinations, and proxy forces across the region. Iran expanded its influence through allied groups, while Israel answered with intelligence operations and targeted strikes. The conflict became a chessboard where every move was hidden and every message was delivered through force. At the center of all this sits one terrifying issue: Iran's nuclear program. Iran says its program is peaceful, built for energy and scientific research, but Israel views it as an existential threat. Israeli leaders have warned for years that Iran must never obtain nuclear weapons because, in Israel's view, a hostile nuclear Iran would change the region forever. This is why every negotiation, every inspection, and every warning has carried such extreme pressure. Then the situation moved from shadow to open fire. Recent Reuters and AP reporting described direct US and Israeli strikes on Iran, Iranian retaliation, and widening hostilities across the region. The conflict has spread beyond one border, touching Lebanon, the Red Sea, and Gulf security, while the United States has been pulled deeper into the crisis through military action and diplomacy at the same time. And that is where America's role becomes impossible to ignore. The United States is not just watching from the side. It is deeply tied to Israel's security, and recent Reuters and AP reporting shows Washington has also been involved in direct military action against Iran, while at the same time supporting ceasefire discussions and negotiations through Pakistan. America is trying to contain the fire, even as its own actions help shape the battlefield. That contradiction is one of the most important parts of this war. The reason this matters goes far beyond politics. Reuters has reported that the Strait of Hormuz, a critical route for global energy trade, is under severe strain, while oil markets are reacting sharply to the fighting. When a conflict threatens shipping lanes, oil supplies, and regional infrastructure, it stops being only a military story. It becomes an economic shockwave that can reach Europe, Asia, and beyond. That is why the world is watching every escalation so closely. So what happens if this war continues? The answer is not simple, but the danger is clear. More direct strikes could invite more retaliation. More retaliation could pull in more countries. More countries could turn a regional war into a wider one. With Iran, Israel, the United States, Hezbollah, the Houthis, and other regional actors all connected to the conflict in different ways, one mistake could trigger a far larger disaster than either side intended. And that is the real terror behind this story. Not just missiles, not just rumors, not just headlines. The real terror is that the line between control and chaos is getting thinner every day. The rumor about Netanyahu showed how fast the world can panic. The strikes on Iran showed how fast war can spread. And America's involvement shows that this is no longer a local conflict. It is a global warning. If this escalation continues, the Middle East may not just be facing another war. It may be standing at the edge of a transformation the whole world will remember.